What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Predictions in the building. I'm gonna be breaking down Michelle Waterson versus Angela Hill. I'm assuming this is gonna be the co-main event. It should be the fucking co-main event to Glover Teixeira versus Thiago Santos. But I wasn't gonna do a breakdown on this fight originally. I just was not excited for it. I just thought it was just some females fighting. Females fighting isn't the greatest thing in the world if it's not top five girls fighting each other. But at the end of the day, man, I'm actually kind of interested in this. In spite of political drama leading up to Colby Covington versus Tyron Woodley, I seen some fucking little bit of backlash on Twitter from Michelle Waterson coming from Angela Hill, and I kind of was a little interested. Before I get into that, let me read the stats from these girls. Michelle Waterson, 17-8, the number 8 strawweight in the world. Fights out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, age 34, height 5'3", a reach of 62. Angela Hill, 12-8, the number 13 strawweight in the world. Fights out of New York City, age 34, height 5'3", reach 64. I'm not sure if she fights out of New York City because I'm pretty sure she trains at Alliance, right? And that's in San Diego with Dominic Cruz and Jeremy Stevens. But it is what it is. In terms of recent wins, Michelle Waterson's most recent one was against Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Someone's getting shot or somebody's dying. I'm sorry about that. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, at the time, the Karolina Kowalkiewicz victory was a really, really big victory in my opinion, because I think Karolina was coming off a loss to just Jessica, right? Jessica Andrade. And I was like, oh shit, that she just beat a top 5 girl. But she is coming off, I wouldn't call it a controversial loss. It wasn't even really a fight. They didn't really do anything. She was coming off a loss to Carla Esparza. How did I feel about that fight? Originally, I kind of felt like it could have went to Michelle, but I picked Michelle Waterson, so it's like, you feel me? I'm a little biased, but when I use my brain, I was talking to one of my homies. He kind of talked some sense into me. He was like, well, they didn't really do anything the first 2 rounds, right? So it's kind of hard to judge those things. Like, Carla got a takedown at the end of the first, I think, and there wasn't nothing done in the second. I kind of felt like Michelle won the second. I still gave it to her. And Carla had a little bit of a flurry at the end of that third. So you could give it to Carla Esparza. The takedown in the first maybe won her. At the end of the first round, maybe won her the round. And the little kind of like aggression she showed at the end of the third won her that fight, right? So, he was like, you might be overreacting. Maybe you just think of Michelle Waterson's hot or whatever, and you picked her that way. But, so yeah, that's how I kind of felt. And, it is what it is. And Angela Hill's also coming off another controversial loss to Claudia Gadelha. And, actually, most recent one for Angela Hill is Loma Boomy. I think that's how you say that bitch name. No, she's not a bitch. I shouldn't have called her that. I'm sorry. What's it called? When was that? That was on the Dan Hooker Paul Felder card, I think. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure that was on that card. But yeah, she had fought, I think on that year especially, she had fought like 3 times or some shit like that year. So that was pretty crazy. But yeah, back to what I was saying, she's coming off a controversial loss to Claudia Gadelha. I thought she won that fight. I don't know, man. That's another one. One of my homies picked Claudia. I picked Claudia too, but I was like, yo, that bitch got robbed, bro. Oh my God, I keep calling her. I need to stop, bro. But honestly, it doesn't matter. But like, man, I say it and then I type it and then I get banned on Twitter, and I need to really watch. Maybe if I like don't say it, I won't type it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't give a fuck actually. I don't care, But yeah, she, I thought Angela Hill won that fight against Claudia Gadelha, like obviously, like I thought, yeah. But one of my homies was like, he was like, yo. The first round, Claudia got the takedown, and then the third round was kind of like they were going back and forth. So you could give it, 1-1 to. You could give 2 rounds to Claudia, and I'm like, I don't even think Claudia won that third round. I don't even think she won it. I think Angela Hill was just on some different shit, man, and she looked really, really good. I think Claudia kind of gave her that fight though. Like I don't know why she didn't go for no takedowns. Maybe she didn't see no opportunities, but I was like, why are you not going for no takedowns? But Here's what I gotta say about this fucking fight and why I made this breakdown. So Michelle Waterson congratulates Dana White because he did a speech at the RNC, right, the little Republican convention thing for Trump. And fucking Angela Hill, I guess she's like all Black Lives Matter, you know, with the fist and shit like that. I didn't know she was that political, but she does this thing, and I think she says on Twitter like, "Oh, that's how you feel, bitch," or some shit like that. I can't wait to punch you in the face. And then she was even talking shit before it, where she was like kicking the pads. She was like, "I can't wait to fucking fight you, bitch," to Michelle Waterson. So she's keeping that same energy. Obviously, she trains with guys like Jeremy Stevens, and Jeremy Stevens does that shit, and I kind of respect it out of Jeremy. He's like, why act respectful to my opponent? You know, he's trying to take money off my kid's table. It's fucking war. We're going to war. So I think that's where she might get that attitude from. But yeah, you know, I don't think Michelle Waterson's a Trump supporter, and I don't think there's anything wrong with being a Trump supporter. It is what it is. You're allowed to like whoever you like. You know, I think now in this age that we live in, and I feel like I kind of want to talk about this low key. It's like, it's so, you can't have an opinion no more. Like, you know, me as a black person, right? I have the right now to call you racist if you like Trump, or if you have like conservative values. That's not right, you know. I don't think it's right. I don't really care about politics, you know. I'm more into, you know, watching sports and shit like that, and watching MMA or watching basketball and shit. I just enjoy my life, but I don't like it how politics has like kind of taken over this stuff, and I feel like, you know, now we're looking at this kind of angle in terms of this fight, that, you know, she's allowed to say that. And I seen in the comment section people were congratulating Angela Hill for saying that to Michelle Waterson. Like, that's not, I don't think that was cool. I was like, okay, you know, she, what it does do though, it has intrigue to this fight, man. Michelle Waterson has been completely respectful. Like, I remember Michelle Waterson went on Ariel Helwani just to talk about George Floyd. You know, I don't think Michelle Waterson has those values. I think she kind of was congratulating Dana White for speaking up for his friend or whatever. But maybe she does. I don't know. You know, it doesn't matter. But I think, here's what I got to say though. It does make this fight interesting, though. It does. I can't wait for the stare downs. I can't wait for this fight. I know some people, at the time, I remember I was looking at the Topology thing. This fight was supposed to have on Pedro Munoz and the Frankie Edgar card, and Michelle Waterson was actually a dog on Topology, and Angela Hill, they were going with her. And I was like, damn, you guys are really going with Angela Hill. Now, Angela Hill is, I think, a 3-fight win streak. She's looked good, but she's still the same girl that gets wrestle fucked. You know, she's been doing good against other girls, and experience has really helped her, man. Look at these records, man. 12-8, and then Michelle Waterson 17-8, right? So these girls have experience, and they know what it means. They know how it feels to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've lost a lot. So this is how I look at it. They both need a fucking win, right? I really feel like Michelle Waterson needs to win more. And here's the fucking X factor. I still look at the wrestling for Michelle Waterson. I think a lot of people act like that doesn't exist. Like, she needs to fucking wrestle in this fight, you know? And she's a decent wrestler. Like, she did to Karolina Kowalkiewicz and Felice Herring. You know, she was able to really add that wrestling in there. I think Angela Hill still has that problem. I don't think she doesn't have a great sprawl. I think she's fought some low-level competition in Hannah Cyphers. She looked good against Claudia, but, like, here's the thing. And I think she beat Claudia, but Claudia, I think, has truly degraded to a level I have never seen. I let her get away with the Nina Ansaroff loss, but now at this point, when I look back at that, it's like, man, she shouldn't have lost to her, you know? And I think at this point, man, I think Claudia Gadelha has degraded, and I think she's not fighting on 253 no more. I think she's out. So I think with Claudia, her time is ticking, and I think someone's gonna knock her out. Like, I think Alexa Grasso, if they would have fought, now looking back, I think she would have knocked her out. I think there's a lot of girls, man. Claudia's time is ticking, tick, tick, tick. But back to this fight, I really do think Michelle Waterson's gonna use that wrestling. I like her camp. You know, Albuquerque's, you know, fucking John Wicklejohn they're always great. Nothing wrong. I have no problem with Alliance. I love Alliance too. But I just, in terms of the coaching, in terms of the ability, in terms of who wants it more, I feel like, and in terms of ego, Like Angela Hill is acting like she's like on this new path of greatness. Like, girl, like, come on now. Like, like I seen this girl lose a lot. Like, y'all, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand why people are hyping this girl up now. Like, she goes on Joe Rogan, it's like she's a new title contender. She's a new fucking person. Like, no, she's still the same girl she was 2 years ago. You know, so I think Michelle Waterson gets this done. I think she silences Angela Hill and she shuts her up. I love this fight, though. I can't wait for the fucking stare down. I keep the fire. Hey, and to Angela Hill, like, and to anyone that kind of agrees with Angela Hill, there's nothing wrong with feeling that way. I think, you know, that side, if you feel that way, you can feel that way, but don't act crazy, though. You know, go feel you want to do your Black Lives Matter stuff, go ahead, do it. No one cares, but just act like a normal human being. You know what I'm saying? And Angela Hill, to her, I think she is acting like she's kind of doing that thing, because I think the only reason she said that to Michelle Waterson is because she knew people would be on her side. You know, she wouldn't have said it if no one was going to be on her side. So it is what it is. I can't wait for this fucking fight. It's going to be awesome. And eBay Predictions is out, y'all. See y'all.